Hey YouTube, we're in my basement and we are working on my Harman Magnum Stoker. I took a previous video that was of the stove on its first burn, but I had to completely disassemble it, and we got it down in the basement, which wasn't fun. But it's down here. So now we need to get the feed motor in. The combustion, and I don't even, way over there, sorry guys, is the combustion blower. And I have some stovepipe, and I have some other ideas that ought to be pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do now is get the feed motor in. I have some gaskets and some glue that I need to install so we can get this show on the road. Max, did you want to say anything?
Yes. We're going to start this video right now.
Like and subscribe or you'll get a surprise?
Yeah.
What kind of rhymes? Maybe we'll do something like that. I love my kids. I'm going to start this. I will be right back. I got the feed motor in. I got the distribution blower and the combustion blower in. And I put a rope seal, a 1/2-inch rope seal around the entire assembly here. And then I went on the inside, I went on the inside here and I put a whole tube of this Rutland stove and gasket cement. Probably not needed, but I want to make sure it's airtight. I don't want my family dying here. So I put this whole tube in around it and made sure it's sealing up all the seals. So we got a good clean seal even underneath. So I did clean underneath here. I went the whole way across. And I have a good seam the whole way across this. Now the next step is to put the actual, like the tunnel assembly in. And I have some 1/2-inch rope seals and some more gasket adhesive to make sure that it gets a nice seal around that rectangle right there. I got my 1/2-inch rope gasket. It was a Rutland kit. I got it from Tractor Supply. Rutland gasket kit. It even come with the cement. And this is to seal up that rectangle area that I showed you earlier. So we're going to put some of this guy in here. And of course the juice come out first. Maybe I should have tried to knead it. We don't want a bunch in here because it's gonna push out, but that's fine. And then that's nice. And then that's it. Push that in there, get it on that gasket, and then we will assemble this guy. I'm gonna try to mix this up a little bit. I should have kneaded, you know, when I say kneaded, mixed up the tube before I cut it open, because there was definitely some hard spots and some soft spots inside. I'll try to mix it out, you know, here, so it's somewhat equal. And then I will work the gasket into this cement. So, and that should be it as far as the gasket that I need. I have some other rope gaskets, but I'll just get another big tube, because that was the way to go. I can put the link in the description for the big tube that I got off Amazon. It wasn't even that much. I think it was like $7 or $8 for that big caulking gun size tube. So, so this here is the 1/2 inch, and that seemed to be what I needed. The 1/2 inch size. When I get around here, I will see what I need. If I need to cut any off, nope, perfect. That'll work just nice. I'll need it in. As you can see, I just pushed it. It just pushed right over, because I pre-measured it before I did this, and I want it to be a decent size. So, and that's perfect. There's not gonna be any air coming through this. I guarantee. So this winter, I'll take you guys down here on one of these freaking sub-zero Pennsylvania winter days, and I'll take a nice shot of this stove in action, because these stoves, these Harman Magnums, I don't even know what a Super Magnum would do. Maybe someday I'll find out. But these regular Harman Magnum Stokers are just, they're impressive, guys. With the oil being so high and the electricity's right there with it. The oil has dipped a little bit, but I already bought this, so I was pretty much committed. But the oil hasn't come down to the coal price yet, so we're still in the good. So the only thing with the oil is when I go oil, I can turn off my hot water heater, my electric hot water heater. So that's where I'm at, and I'm thinking about putting a hot water coil in this coal stove, and then that would make it completely on par. So there we go. Nice clean hands, nice souped up gasket. I will probably have to turn you guys off a minute, because I'm not gonna be able to get you guys a decent shot, but I'll try, of me putting this in the stove, because basically because of the lighting. I don't think you're gonna be able to see anything anyway, so we can try. I'll do my best here. So I will, and then that should be glued into the point where I shouldn't even need to hold it. So, but I don't want to mess around here. So, what you guys are gonna see, or what you guys are gonna see, because I don't want to mess around and have this inverted the wrong way very long. So, yeah, I need to get a better camera. I need to get a camera later, man, to help me out here. That should be close. Now I'm just gonna sit it down, and I need to get my bolt. This is my bolt. As soon as this bolt lines up, I'll know where I need to be. And it went right in, because I'm that damn good. Just remember that. So I don't think you guys can see anything but this pole. Boy, that was a really crappy shot. You guys were looking at my basement pole that whole time. And I like nailed it on the first go. Failed at a cameraman, won at luck, maybe, how you want to say it. But this goes in, and there's one bolt in the front, and then there's two on the sides. So, boy, I don't know if you can hear my knees, but they sound like Rice Krispies, and I don't think that's good. It's called I'm Falling Apart. So I can't wait to show you guys my. Please tell me I don't have a 1/2 inch here. That's a 1/2 inch. I have the wrong size. Okay, I'm gonna tighten up my bolt. 1/2 inch does not do a 7/16 bolt. So this is here. This is here. Sorry guys, I got the wrong socket. Here's a different view, so you guys can see what we have going on here. It's just an old basement window that I boarded up, sealed up really good. I ran this 4-inch thin wall PVC down. I used a 45-degree elbow down here, feeding into my stove. Secured it with a metal band clamp. This never really gets hot back here, so we should be fine. I'm going to, of course, keep an eye on all this and see how it works out. Tonight's going to be the first night that I fired this up in the house, so we will see how it works out for us. The next clip will be up on the porch at my feed box that I will be using to feed coal into the setup, so I don't have to come down in here with coal every day. I'm going to show you how my external feed PVC tubing setup works. It comes through my basement window way over there down into the 100-pound hopper on my Harman Magnum Stoker. I'm going to run upstairs on my porch and dump in a 5-gallon bucket. It should be about all it's going to take, and it should fill this up pretty good. And then I'll take you upstairs and show you the setup I have up there. Okay guys, I'm back. You can kind of see what we got going on here. So that's to start backing up the pipe as I fill up my box upstairs, which you'll see. And I won't have to come down into my basement, which is more of a cellar style, old school type basement. There's no inside entrance for my house to get down here, so all I have to do is come down here every couple days and empty out the ash pan. So the next view I'll take you to is the upper. Okay, here's my box I made. It is about 17 inches square by 2.5 foot tall, and I made it so it was just shy of our window, so when the door or the lid is closed, it doesn't interfere with our view outside. I made this box completely free with some lumber I got off one of my co-workers that had put an addition on, and this was part of the addition that they had to tear apart. I don't know if you can see down in here. Of course, down in the middle here is our 4-inch hole. And then see if you guys can get a decent shot of this. Of course, I should have done this you know, about an hour ago when I had decent light. So I apologize, but it's pretty straightforward here. So I figure this box will hold approximately 200, maybe 250 pounds, which the hopper will hold 100. So as long as I have this thing full, that hopper will stay full for probably 3 or 4 days, which is awesome for me. I just need to take in consideration that I'll have to empty my ash pan about every 2 days, so I'm gonna get an extra ash pan, so I only have, like, I can just go down, pull the old one out, put the new one in, and then whenever that one's full, I'll go up, load this box full, and empty my 2 ash pans. So I should be able to get away with like a service every 4 days, other than just going down and swapping the ash pans out. So that's my hopes. We'll see how things work out. Thanks for watching this episode of Mad Mike's Garage. It's about to start getting cold here in Pennsylvania, I'm sure. We have a few days of decent weather here yet, but I'm not going to wait till it gets 10 below zero to try out my setup. So we're going to give it a flame test this weekend and see how things work out. Like I said, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Please subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys next time. It don't look a whole lot different than what I did before, but I have probably 75 pounds of coal in the box, plus the entire feed pipe is now full. So as you can see, as I gather this out, the pipe's gonna empty itself, and you can hear it coming down. So I said, race coal. You gotta love this stuff. If everything works out the way I figure it will, I was going to spend approximately $2,500, and that was heating my house with fuel oil at $4 even a gallon. Right before Hurricane Ian, fuel oil was $4 a gallon here in Pennsylvania. It is now $5.40 a gallon towards the end of October. I got this coal, 4 tons of coal, for $1,200. For a little less than half, well, basically less than half, and then some, I should be able to heat my house with coal. For what, like I said, there's a little more effort involved. It isn't like I just called and had, the oil truck come and fill up my tanks, because I have 2 tanks here. Back when oil used to be half the price of electricity, back in the late Bush, early Clinton era, you couldn't beat oil. When I first moved in here, oil was 89 cents a gallon in '99, and yeah, it's not 89 cents a gallon anymore. Electric has gotten very expensive, so has oil. So we're going to try the coal and see how that does. I will answer anybody's questions if they have any. Don't be afraid to ask. I'm just doing what I can here to try to save some money, because shit's getting real. Here we go. Started our first burn. I used my charcoal starter. Once again, it's the way to go. Just make sure you don't use the combustion blower while it's in there, or you'll melt that thing down. Start of the 2022 coal season. Stay tuned for more Harman Magnum Stoker heating videos. I plan on using a hot water coil, which will go in here the upper and the lower coils go in here, and I'll run them over into my hot water heater. So that is a plan here that I have. The water coil is around 250 bucks. The upper coil will run to the top fitting here. The lower fitting will run to the bottom valve down at the bottom. And what I will have to do, I need to get I'm gonna have to lift this water heater up. So I'm gonna have to cut these and put in some soft line and try to get this as high up as I can get it. So I can get, the bottom valve needs to be pretty much level with the bottom valve on that. And as you can see where the firebox is, it's fairly high. So we will, I don't know. It'll be a challenge, but that's my next feat that I have to overcome. Hello YouTube. Checking on my stove. Oh yeah, it's this is the vent pipe. Heading into my air duct. That's how I ran this in. That is it's coming in, running into my air duct. Get you guys back here a little bit so you can see what's going on. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, it's hot. I taped everything up nice. And then I opened the door, I'm like, holy cow, the coal is coming off the front and it is hot. So I got too much feed. So I dialed it off a couple turns. And that's what you do back here. I turned it 2 turns counterclockwise. And that reduces how much coal is getting fed in under load. Over here are the settings on idle. So when the stove is not calling for heat, this is what determines how long it stays in idle mode, how long it runs on idle mode, and how long the distribution blower runs on the extended time